You, Clovis, you are a student here. How useful have these books been to you? We're right here in the library.
Yes, these books have been useful in the sense that it has enabled us to carry out research in certain fields, because the books have enabled us also to see how it has helped us to also see how other parts of Africa are, because as I've glanced through certain, I've seen how for instance, the reconstruction, I've read something about the reconstruction of Afghanistan after the war. And then also, I've seen something like the period of slavery, something talking about the period of slavery. So, in a nutshell, the books are of vital importance in the sense that they are very important for the students to carry out research in certain fields.
Governor, you are the senior discipline master. How do you ensure that there is discipline even in the library?
Well, we ensure that the students keep the school rules and regulations that guarantees discipline in school and in the library in particular. And they try to keep in time the various activities they are to carry out in school.
There is a space problem. You have almost 4,000 students, and the library is as small as it is. How do you manage this arrangement?
Well, we program them according to classes, and they have hours in which particular classes come. When they have free periods, they come. So we try to manage with the, with the timetable, so that there's accommodation for every student.
Books and Things, precisely the Metropolitan Library here in Boya, owned by Dr. Fonge, has donated books to this school. If you were to talk to Dr. Fonge, what would you tell him?
Well, it's a laudable initiative by someone whom I know has been dynamic for having provided books to this institution. It has gone a long way, actually, to improve the research on the part of teachers. And in terms of students, it has helped to ameliorate their reading capacity. I think we'll just encourage him to continue, and in particular the students and the staff to make use of the opportunity that we have been given, because other schools have not had this opportunity that we've had. So it's a laudable initiative that Dr. Fonwe has done to this institution.
You're asking him to continue. Are you possibly Oliver Twisting?
No, we just ask him to, not to relent his effort, because there's no way we can compensate him, there's no way we can pay him. So we just pray with him that he can continue to assist us.
Mission schools too, like the St. Joseph's College of Sase, are still serving books from the library. This referral school is an all-boys arrangement.
The librarians from the University of Boya, is Rosemary Shafak, decided to come and help us. And so far, as you can see, we have the library all catalogued.
For you, the books appear many. For us, they are too few for words for an institution of this reputation. And not putting aside the number of students, the number of titles we have is very limited. Then the number of copies per title is even staggering. So there is a big need for something big to be done, something, a big step to be taken in order to help this place to grow. We know that the Sobans put together some books, and they also had a problem with shipping them here. The Sobans in America, actually. But we just hope that that kind of a project will come through. But we cannot forget to thank the Metropolitan Library of Moliko, where we popularly call Books and Things, for the big step that they took to bring us out of the dark into the light, the present light, which is still very shady and shadowy, but it is something, a big step in the right direction.
If you were to say a word to Dr. Fonge, the proprietor of the Metropolitan Library, what would you say? Will you Oliver Twist?
Well, Oliver Twist's instincts are very high in each and every one of us. I say, courage. The step you have taken is in the right direction. You are helping Cameroonians. You are helping the education in Cameroon, especially around Buea, where it's a big center for studying in the university. You have helped SASE too, and many of the students in SASE are in transit to these universities and other parts of the world. But since you mentioned Oliver Twist, we may not mind having more.
Dr. Fonge, you are the proprietor of the Buea Metropolitan Library. You are an educationist. You just listen to the principal of SASE, Father Jarvis Oliver Twistin. You are apparently in the library for the first time. Now, what are your impressions?
Very impressed, especially the space. And I worked with Father Jarvis when he was in Bishop Rogan. He came there looking for books. And I'm promising that next week, if the father and the vice principal and the librarian are willing to carry a minimum of 2,000 books from the library, I'll be glad to supply that. SASE, whether we like it or not, is the mother of education in Cameroon.
That's right.
And I'm here to give my undivided support to continue that great achievement of this institution.
I was almost going to ask whether if you were to reincarnate, you would have loved to be a student in SASE.
No, I was in Bishop Rogan, and I like up there.
Ouais, nous avons assez de livres là, mais comme on vient de dire là, nous sommes un peu des Oliver Twist. Et nous avons des livres en anglais, mais peu de livres en français que les élèves peuvent utiliser ici. Donc si ça sera possible, je sais que les livres viennent de l'Amérique, des États-Unis, mais si nous pouvons avoir un peu quelques livres en français aussi, des romans, des livres que les enfants peuvent aussi utiliser, ça sera appréciable.
Our Lady of Mount Carmel College in Moya is an almost all-girls arrangement. This library, too, has books from the Buea Metropolitan Library.
Proprietor of Books and Things in Buea. I knew him while I was in Kumba, when I learned an Opsan husband has a place where we can get books so readily. He's doing a fantastic job. He has a beautiful place at the back, a library, where you can go and study. You pay in something very small so that everybody can't go there to be disturbing. Then he has another section where you could pick little books for nothing. If you get a book for 100 francs, 200, 300, it's nothing. A book I know you will get for $20, I go and get it for 1,000 francs, it's nothing. And when I talk with him, he'll give me books to come and put in the library.
Looking at space, looking at the students, I'm extremely happy. And so for you, the students, I'm sending maybe between 500 to 1,000 books next week.
Wow.
sister got a big challenge in her hands, molding the young minds. And all what she wants from you all, grow up to be responsible individuals. That is the best you can do for her. So she can see one day and say, well, this is the fruit of my labor. I'm really happy what they are doing. I'm here to support in my own little way. We just left Sase. We left Bishop Rogan this morning by heading to Kingston. There's an orphanage down here we adopted. We're in Bulu Center on Friday. We're going to go to the handicap sometime in Motengene. So my own idea is just to let books available to people. And seeing that you're utilizing and the books are sitting there, I'm really happy, and I'll continue to support you. And I wish you the best in your GC. In fact, you're writing French today, right? Yes. So please write that French more than the Frenchman, so that the A's should really